today we are right here in Sinju, which is also known as the Windy City, and you can certainly see the strong wind that's coming. So of course we're going to explore some activities that revolve around the theme of windy. Do you want to know what they are? Follow me. I am Alana. I was born profoundly deaf, but that doesn't stop me from trying new adventures. I enjoy exploring the mountains, forest, and ocean. I also treasure learning how to protect animals with love. Join me as I discover more wonders in Taiwan. Follow me! When I saw the beautiful scenery that lies here, I knew I had to get my bike here that I just rented and do the activity of wind chasing. Now I'm about to meet someone who I've been told is nicknamed Wind Chaser, and he's also a fellow American. Do you want to meet him? Let's go. Hello!
Welcome to Sinju.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Watch out, it's gonna fall over. Anything you don't hold on will fall over here.
I think it's because it's windy here. It's a windy
windy
city. Well, I would love to know more as we go on our journey about your perspective of Sinju, how it's changed then and now.
I'll do my best.
All right.
All right.
Go. What surprised you the absolute most when you came to Taiwan? Because you've been to many places.
But when I first came to Taiwan, I had only been to Canada before that. So
only Thailand?
No, Canada.
So you were a virgin traveler.
Almost a virgin. I was a virgin Asia traveler.
Wow.
The crowds, I think.
Let's be free! We're free!
So like I was telling you on the way here, none of this was here when I first lived in Sinju. We didn't have this really nice park.
Oh.
We didn't have this waterfront bike road that went through beautiful mangroves. You could see the ocean, you could see the port. We are here, so we're all the way here at Sinju Harbor. And what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be riding south. So we're at the furthest north point. So we're
at the second spot.
We're at the second spot there, yeah. Okay. So we are basically just gonna keep riding around through some mangroves. We're gonna see some really nice parks, some mangroves, and we're gonna go back.
Beautiful.
And the good thing about riding in Sinju is that you're always gonna hit wind. We're gonna either have wind at our back or wind in our face.
Oh, good.
And so that's why I came here today, because I need to train. I've got a tour next week.
Seems like it would be good training.
It's good training
against the wind.
Because I've got guests coming next week, and I'm out of shape, so I got to get into shape in 3 days.
Let's do it.
High five. Boom. Love. Look, it's really pretty here. You've got this. Yeah, no, it's windy here.
It's windy.
I would say if you're gonna lean it, just lean it against that. You're more safe.
This is not for love. This is to rest your bikes.
It's for love. It loves having a place for people to sit.
What changed between 1995, you said, and now, besides the trash dump and the bike road?
Well, basically, there's definitely more recycling here. Taiwanese people are more environmentally aware. Taiwanese people are far more in tune with basically animal rights and loving animals. I think at some point, Taiwan people got this thing in their head. It's like, okay, we're making money and the economy is good, now we need to enjoy life. And what's the point of having things?
The environment, we have nowhere to enjoy all this money that we've earned and worked for.
What's the point of having lots of money if we're living in an environment that's not good? So they really did a lot of things to sort of improve just the overall ecology and environment here. Even in a place like Sinju, which it's not a place that, you know, travelers normally go to Hsinchu. You know, they want to go to Hualien and Taitung. And this is a nice place. You can do a bicycle ride right here. This is fine.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty.
Beautiful. Let's
This
keep
guy's
baking.
picking up garbage. Look at that.
Is he?
I think so. He's got trash in his, doesn't he have plastic in his hand? Is he picking up trash?
It's always interesting hearing about another person's perspective, especially a foreigner, because he has a really clear view when he came to this place, and he was able to introduce a comparison between Hsinchu in 1995 and now, and he sees an enormous difference. For example, this wonderful view behind me, he said it wasn't spectacular at all when he first came here. In fact, they actually paid him more to convince him to come here, and I think this is really great appreciation for what the government is doing, because according to what I know, they actually spent 10 years trying to renovate and rebuild this beautiful 17-kilometer trail for everyone to enjoy, and it's a really great opportunity to interact with nature as well as learn about the history of this place, because actually this environment was a place for people to dump their waste before, and now it's a place for people to enjoy their spare time here.
Hong Shu Lin.
Wow. What's the definition of a mangrove?
This kind of plant that grows in water.
That's what it's
So the mangrove is a plant that grows where salt water and fresh water meet.
all right.
And it's very important because it keeps the river and the sea from eroding everything.
Really?
Yeah. If you cut them down, then you're gonna have mud go out into the sea. This is a little fishing port here. So if you look over there, you see that there are some old fishing boats here. People come here to fish, and people have always come here to fish, but more recently they've taken advantage of the fact that there's so much wind here to install these beautiful wind turbines. And you can see them as far as the eye can see.
It's not a windmill. It's a wind turbine. I called it a windmill.
That's okay.
Amsterdam.
The windmill is the old sort of word for it, but
Wind turbine.
wind
right?
turbine would be specifically to generate power and electricity. And we have reached the finish point of our ride.
We finished.
We're finished. I'm assuming that you must be hungry.
Yeah. I mean, we just biked several kilometers.
Yes. I think that we should get something to eat, but in keeping with the spirit of the wind, we should eat something that the wind has had a definite part in the production thereof. Are you into it?
You gonna show us?
Let's go. Oh God, I can't do it. It's too bumpy. A good ride.
On a pretty long trip today, 17 kilometers.
Not too long for me, but not a bad ride with the winds. Yeah, it was nice.
Hello.
Oh, hi there.
Now, I wanted to know why are rice noodles such a symbolic and important part of the history here?
Okay, because of Hsinchu region's climate, we have big wind, especially during September till January the next year. It's really windy here, so it's the best climate for making rice noodles because we need the wind to dry it.
Is this a museum?
Yes, we put together the museum with some old pictures and old machinery to make rice noodles. When we had the most rice noodles making manufacturer, about the 50s, there were about 150 families who was involved in making rice noodles. But right now it's less than 10. less than 10 rice noodles manufactured. Well, because people turn to pastas, burgers, other kinds of food. So look at the tools back there. You put the rice and water inside, and you have to grind it manually.
Is this hard work?
It is. Now it's really light because there's no rice and no water. But when you have rice and water in there, it becomes really heavy.
I think when you look at the background of Shinju, it makes sense to have rice noodles here because they had a great resource in rice. They had the wind to help dry it at the time, and they probably had access to water.
Yes.
It's just rice and water, wind.
Yes.
It's the perfect condition to do it.
Okay, here are some old tools we used to use for making rice noodles. So first, you have to wash the rice. After you wash it, you grind it. Then, this is a tool they used back then to push out the rice noodles.
Wow. So how does this work in helping make rice noodles?
You put the dough in the hole. There's a hole right there.
Oh, this comes out?
Yeah, and it pushes out the dough from the bottom, and it becomes threads
so
of rice. Here's the machine. That's closer to what we use now. Let's turn it on. We make rice noodles from rice, of course.
As the name implies.
Yes, and then we grind the rice, drain out the water, then make it into a dough. Okay, so the dough looks like this, although this is a bit dry. Then it becomes like this. This is the one that's been steamed, but not dried yet. That's the dried one.
Oh, this one's softer than this one.
After we dry this, it becomes like that.
Now we will experience the next step of the rice noodle making process.
Yes. So we already have the dough inside the machine. Yes.
Let's see.
This
I
is
never
the
got a
wet
sticky rubber-like consistency.
The lever up and down, up and down.
Nothing?
Yeah.
It's going slowly.
This will go down.
All right. Oh, is this a race?
Yes.
I didn't realize that I was being. No fair. She's got a head start. Come on, noodles! Despite your
It's coming out. It's coming out.
You're so fast!
Keep pushing.
So right now you can see the rice noodles right now. And what surprised me is that they're actually very strong.
That's just to experience how the threads of noodles come out.
So what does this remind you of?
It actually does remind me of Play-Doh. Like I could see kids really enjoying making this. If they would eat it afterwards.
Now that we've brought it up to our faces, I think the smell is very strong.
It's very strong.
At the moment, you described it well. It's like
It's a little. I think that maybe I wouldn't necessarily. I think this is more or less a demo model.
And right now it's very soft. It has a bit of a rubbery texture, rubbery feel to it. It reminds me of what he said, Play-Doh, but also noodles that just came out of the steamer when you take it out of the pot. And it has that sticky, rubbery texture right now. So we have to steam it again. It's not finished yet.
This is not ready to be eaten.
I do want to take a moment to point out that you may notice there are some obvious visual differences between the noodles that we pumped out and these, and as she explained to me, it's also because of the size of the holes within the pumping machine. Because they do it automatically, they have more power, so they can actually pump it.
Okay, now we're gonna dry it.
And the noodles.
Dry.
is tanned.
Yes, touch it.
It's dry, it's
Oh,
crispy.
it's a lot more brittle now. Definitely tell a difference in the texture. And the smell is less strong.
Now this can last up to 2 years.
Delicious food!
And now, the making of the noodles.
Hungry!
Now you have to cook your own
I'm
rice
starving.
noodles. That's what you just made.
We've worked very hard for these
made
noodles.
this one.
Now you have to cook it.
Now we put it in here. Alright, let's add it.
Put it in.
So we've got some vegetable broth right here.
Let's say it's been, I think,
1, 2, 3,
that's past.
4, 5, 6, 7. They'll speed it up. 9, 10, 11, 12, 30.
You need to push it down.
Push it down,
Press mine down.
press it down, bam. Starving.
We're hungry.
Give you
Can
some
we
hot
eat
water.
now? Are there more steps?
I don't
You
know.
have to mix it up.
I mixed it, I mixed it.
It's supposed to be soup.
Right.
Sesame oil.
Put a little bit on, please, thank you. Oh, that's good. How you feeling?
Ah, good. I didn't know we were gonna bite down there and back.
Yeah, no, we wanted to have the full wind experience where we're going back from the wind and then into the wind.
Oh, that's true. Good.
And I think now we should end the day by sort of playing with the wind.
Oh,
Yeah.
how do we do that?
We're not going to do that part.
Windsurfing on the ocean, you
Kite
mean?
surfing, right.
Oh,
but
I know that.
we're just going to do a little bit of the preparing
that's
to
too
learn how
much
to fly
wind
the kite.
activity.
Just a little bit. All right. So I suggest that we just do it.
Look at that kite.
I mean,
though.
yeah. That,
Is that the big one you're talking about?
that's one of the big ones, yeah.
That you trained this one just to
No,
fly that one?
no, because this kite is different.
Hi.
You need help?
Well, hi there.
Flying
Sure.
I'm Eric.
Hi, Eric.
Hey.
I'm kite coach.
Oh, you are the kite
for
coach.
kite?
Yeah, this kind.
He is the
Hey.
kite coach here. I didn't even know they had a kite coach here.
Start kite.
Eric, that sound,
Yeah,
is that from that kite making that sound?
yeah. The sound from the string.
Oh, the string going to
Wow.
like a violin.
Yes,
Yeah.
like a violin. And so what
I'm
we,
standing on this so it doesn't move, and we've got one end over here.
yep. But what we need to do is the actual way to do this, and it has been a
Does it
while.
need to be separate?
Yes, it does. So
Okay.
here's what we're gonna do. Actually, we've got Eric here.
我们要连接这个要一个
Yes.
double nut. Double nut.
Right. But before we do that, we have to untangle this. So I'll tell you what,
Teamwork.
and it's got to,
right
this is the way to
here.
do it. Here. Just, I don't know if this is going to be very fun to film. There.
抓那个头。
It's got to go the other way.
然后你拿那个，
Right.
你抓这个，
Okay.
对，然后你往后走。
All right. Good. 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 Good.
All right.
Good. At
Hold
the
it.
end.
Is it this way or this way? Which way? Woo! Look at that!
It's like your body feels what to
Exactly.
do. I've like taken like my niece and my nephew out to do this, and it's like how do I do it? How? It's just you gotta feel it. Your body feels the way to move.
I think it's almost a form of communication with
It
the
is.
kite. The kite's pulling in. When it's too loose, you know that it's gonna fall, so you need to pull it again to pick up the wind again, kind of like a sailboat.
Exactly.
almost.
You're doing a gentle little dance with the kite. Oh wow. Pull one side, pull the other. pull one, pull the other. Pull one side, pull the other.
The kite playing that we just did here was a wonderful way to conclude a very active and exciting day. And you can see we definitely did our whole day around the theme of wind. First we rode our bicycles in the wind, both with the wind and against the wind when we were coming back. Joshua calls this training. Then we also ate some noodles which were actually dried by the wind, which is a local specialty right here. And lastly, as you can see, we played in the wind with the kites. They were wonderful, exciting new activity that I haven't tried before. The enjoyment and the fun that I had today makes me reflect on my appreciation for what the community and the government did right here in Sinju. Because if you look at the history, it used to be a waste dump place where people would come and dump their trash all along the beautiful coast, where you can have stunning scenery. And I'm really appreciative for the government coming together, recognize the opportunity of this place because it was along the coastline. You're surrounded by beautiful weather, beautiful views, and great land. So they did a very good job in coming together, taking 10 years, numerous resources to build this wonderful coastline. And I can see the effects of their hard work because as I look around at this place, I see children playing behind me with the balloons, riding with their brothers and sisters. I see people walking their dogs. And of course, I see tons and tons of people flying their kites here, which was a wonderful way to conclude this exciting day. And it makes Sinju a great role model for other communities to follow. Somebody just flew the kite up. I want to go.